Today we are going, good morning to one and all. Today we are going to start the topic reproductive health. Here, health means a state of physical, physiological, emotional, social well-being is called health. So, the definition of the health is, it is a social, physical, functional or physiological, emotional well-being is called health. Here, health means socially, physically, emotionally, functionally or physiologically. A well-being is called healthy man. And according to the definition of WHO, World Health Organization, this is the definition given by the World Health Organization to the health. According to the World Health Organization, the definition for reproductive health is according to the World Health Organization, reproductively health means the definition of health with the reproductive organs. Reproductively, if an organism is healthy with physical, emotional, functional well-being is called as a reproductively healthy person. And in terms of government, it is the need of the government to look after these things and to increase the population of the different countries, and India want to decrease it because of high population density as well as the high population second to the China. So here it is the necessary of the humans, individual persons as well as the government to look after these particular reproductive related problems also. Coming on to the reproductive health topic. In this topic we will come across four important things concerned to the reproduction. One is problems and strategies. Population explosion and birth control measures. Medical termination of pregnancy, STD, especially AIDS, and we'll also discuss about the infertility. So these are the five important topics we'll learn in this particular class related to that. So once again, health means socially, emotionally, physically, functionally well-being is called a healthy condition. And when you come to this was the definition given by the World Health Organization. And coming on to the reproductive health, the same World Health Organization has given a definition along with the reproductive organs. If an organism is socially, emotionally, physically and functionally well-being is called as a reproductive healthy person. It is in concern to the personal perceptive, personal view as well as the government view. So what are the things government will do in order to keep a healthy society? And what are the things that need to be followed by individual person in the community to be a healthy person? Because these two are interrelated, and already you know that social discuss or the community discuss about a healthy society means individual healthy persons in a community is called as a healthy society. India was the first country in 1951 to start a program, national-wide program called as Family Planning Program. It was a family planning program in the year 1951, and this is to periodically assess, means time-wise they need to assess, like right now COVID, assess how the population was there in the previous era, previous decades, and how the population is going to be increased in the future days. So this is the main function of the family planning, and if needed in India, they should motivate the people in such a way that they should undergo the family planning operations such that decrease the population to provide the necessary needs of the people. That is, the major needs of the people are food, shelter, clothing, and the common needs of the people, because government is also spent something on the common people for this particular improvement of the society. So this, in the year 1951, India was the world's first country to start a program called as Family Planning Program, and this family planning program will periodically assess the development of population, how it has done in the previous years, and how it is going to be how it is going to be exploded in the future days. So, in order to do this family planning programs were afterwards in the year 1972 approximately, it was renamed as RCH program. RCH means and these were operated by now that is taken care of by the rural health centers or primary health care centers, which are now they have been taking care of this. So what are the major functions of this particular family planning program? In the family planning program, the major function of this is creating awareness and also providing the support and infrastructure to support the awareness and giving requirements. So how they are creating the awareness? How they are creating this awareness? Awareness is created by print media, that is newspapers, digital media, that is television, broadcasting, and also posters, hoardings through close relatives, friends, teachers, and local community, and how they are supporting by immunization, by giving the supplements of food during the pregnancy, taking the prenatal care and postnatal care, that is before birth of the child, that is the during pregnancy and after pregnancy with the child, giving the immunization to the child, giving the food supplements to the persons who are in need, and also like providing the necessary medical care, as well as also encouraging the people for giving the breastfeeding. Apart from this, how we can also give the motivation to the people, like proper information related to the reproductive organs. Implementing sex education in the school level. So here, what are the type of people which are need this type of information? There are three groups of people require the information. That is age group from the 8 to 11, 12 to 19, 20 to 25 years. So here, young two children are growing children, and there is a chance of changes in the body related to the adolescence. Means they will be having the hormonal changes. Apart from these hormonal changes, they will be having certain type of changes in the body that are secondary sexual characters. Apart from this, in the especially females, there is a chance of menarche. And in this condition, they will be having certain different changes like voice changes, different parts. Like in the males, you can also see that there is a chance of growing of the mustaches and other armpit as well as the pubic hair. In the females also there is a certain possibility, and you can also see that there are certain changes, and the female is going to be ready for the reproductive maturation. So in this, these changes and the safe practices should be done. During menstrual cycle. And 12 to 19, hygienic practices. Hygiene, related to the hygiene during the menstruation cycle in the females, how to solve the problems related to this, and how to maintain the hygienic conditions, what are the different changes that are happening between the teenage, what are the different changes that occurs in the body like voice change, mustaches, beard, pubic hair, armpit hair, and different changes in the body like growth of the mammary glands. So this also should be taken care. And in the case of 20 to 25, what are the changes that they are going to take? So usually in this age group, the marriages for the females or males according to the government happens. So what are the care that should be taken after the marriages or couples in the couples, and what are the problems they are going to face during this, and what are the factors that are responsible for the different changes in the body, how to lead a happy sexual interaction life. So these all can be discussed. So these also should be given with a acute care. So these are the things we need to that need to be taken care by the government as well as the local communities in not following the myths and misconceptions which are present in the people who are between these ages, and also discuss about the contraceptive methods. Contraceptive methods and personal hygiene, and also explaining about the pregnant ladies about the food habits, and also how we need to take care of the children, that is the embryonic gestational development or the embryonic development, what are the different changes, and also supplying required medicines for the mother and child, pre and post-natal care, and also discussing about the methods of sexual transmission of diseases, how the diseases will be transmitted from a person to a person, how we can reduce that, because this is most important topic, because approximately from the 15 years to 24 years, most of the AIDS population in India is between this age, because already they will not be having the proper idea. As a result, the AIDS will be transmitted from a person to the other person in this age group. So many persons of the AIDS are present in this particular age group. And also providing the medical assistance related to the childbirth, during pregnancy, sexual transmission of diseases, usage of contraceptions, menstrual problems, infertility, and other reproductive related problems. So, in order to control this, government also has given the massive boosting of the massive immunization program. As a part of this, RCH centers, rural health care centers, they are immunizing child to stop nowadays like polio. You can see that every year polio is given to the below 5 years children all over the India on the same day. Everywhere they are moving, they will be giving this massive immunization program. In that, they will be giving that polio drops to the children. So, in order to eradicate polio from the India. And also, you can also see that if a pregnant lady is gone to the government hospital or government schools, they are providing the food. Providing the medical supplements. Providing the food to the malnourished children. So, and one more thing is, so government has also enacted certain laws in concern to the encouraging female feticide. That is by doing the ban on amniocentesis. Already you know amnion is a layer covering the embryo. There is a fluid present around this amnion. In the amnion around the embryo, which is meant for fetal sex determination, but which is not exactly, we can also do that. So this is meant for the chromosomal abnormalities, is a fetal sex determination test meant for chromosomal abnormalities, where we can also do the sex calculating. That is, we can, by doing this chromosomal analysis, we can say that the embryo is either male or female. And so, for encouraging the female feticide, ban on amniocentesis is done in India in order to encourage the, and also providing the equal opportunity to the male and female. Equal opportunity to the male and female. So this is how the government is providing certain information to the people and giving certain requirements to the people, and also providing certain facilities, and also made certain laws in order to discourage the female feticide and have a reproductive healthy society in India.